Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, stay around. We're going to grab a drink, we're going to grab a snack, and we're going to get into today's video. So today's video is going to be a 24-hour readathon. Now, I love filming these. These are probably one of the best ways to get my TBR down and the best ways to kind of just indulge in every single book that I want to indulge. So I would say I'm a medium to quick paced reader. I usually, in a normal 24-hour period, I usually read anywhere between 6 to 8 books in a 24-hour period. So I feel like I'm just going to stop rambling. I'm just going to show you the books, and then I think we're just going to get onto it. I'm kind of filming the intro way before I'm going to start it, just because I didn't want to kind of like get in the intro and then have to start. I want a drink and everything like that. But I thought I would discuss the books that I am going to use for this video. So for the physical copies, I have a few. I've got Change of Heart by Bailey Hannah, which is on my February TBR. We need to get this read. February is coming to a close very quickly, so I need to get this one read. I then have Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I need to read this because The Night We Remember comes out in March at the end of the month, and I really want to get this read by the time that happens. And then we've got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Now, if you know, I really do like her writing, and I know that this is Ellen Catherine's favourite kind of 5-star read, so I want to know what this is about. And then for Kindle reads, I have Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I also have A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophia St. Germain, or German, I think that's how you say her name. And then I do have a couple in my mind, but I just don't think I'm going to get to them. And the reason behind is the sheer size of this and a couple of the other books. So that is what is kind of going to be on my TBR for this readathon, and I'm just going to kind of get into it, and I'm going to take you along with me. So let's get into it. Hey guys, so I thought I would give you a little update on where I am. So I am currently 22 hours and 45 minutes in. So I've probably read for nearly just under 2 hours, and I have got to page 198 chapter. I actually don't know what chapter is it. They've just got names. And I'm reading Change of Heart, which you would have seen me start. And I think I'm going quite fast paced with this. I'm really loving this book. I really enjoy the characters' development in the plot from when we first saw them to where we're seeing them now. We're watching them go back in time, so we're watching what they were like when they were children and how they fell in love when they were children and things like that, which I think is really nice. And then now you're kind of fast forward to now, and you're kind of seeing what their life is like now as they've moved on and things like that. So you're following Blair and Denver in this story, and you are following Blair's who her family are going through a really tough time at the moment. Her mum's got an illness called Alzheimer's, and oh, sorry guys. And you're kind of watching how her family are dealing with that. It's such a really upsetting time and things like that. So you're watching how her family are dealing with the diagnosis and kind of how they're trying to move on with their life, but also be kind of together and as a family and things like that. And then you've got Denver, who is kind of like a rodeo cowboy. He does shows and things like that. And you're kind of watching him kind of navigate his single life. Kind of how he is navigating that in the world of rodeoing and cowboy, and the friends and the friendships that he's formed within kind of his time. And you mysteriously watch them bump into each other, and you can tell that kind of Denver has tried to get in romantic relationships, but Blair has been the one that's always been on his mind, and you're watching him navigate through that, and you're watching how he fell in love with Blair, and it's so cute. And Blair fall in love with Denver when they were children, which is really cute. And then you're watching them to kind of now in the present time on how much older they are and things like that, and it is really, really cute. I have to admit, I'm absolutely obsessed. I didn't think I was going to be obsessed with this book. I feel like they are probably going to be my favorite so far out of all of the books I've read. I've only read 2 of them, but they are currently my favorite. So I feel like I'm just going to stop yapping and I'm going to start reading.
Remember the days we were young, wild and free, basic getting sprung. We used to dance the night away, hang out the whole next day, laughing, having fun. Summer love, you have no idea what you did to me. Summer love, didn't care that we weren't meant to be. You were mine, I was yours. Take me back once more. Summer love, where did you go? Summer love, you have no idea what you did to me. Summer love, didn't care that we weren't meant to be. You were mine, I was yours. Take me back once more. Summer love, sweet.
So I finished Chain of Heart by Bailey Hannah, and I loved this book. I think I'm going to rate it a 4-star. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. My opinions about this book is it was phenomenal. I actually really liked it. Like, I could not stop reading it. I've been sat here and I've just been reading. That's all I've done is just sit here and read. I've absolutely loved every moment of this book. I think I do just want to say, like, the representation of so many things was so good. Like, the fact that we were able to look at a whole family with someone who has Alzheimer's, her mum has Alzheimer's, and you watch that whole family effect, I think is really good. I think the way that it's been relayed has been absolutely amazing. Obviously, there is a bit of a trigger warning in here. I don't want to say too much, but there is a trigger warning in here, so please just double check that you check the trigger warnings when you read this book. I wish I did, but I didn't need to, because it hadn't affected me. But I do think it's worth reading the trigger warnings and just making sure that you are prepared to absolutely go into this book. But we finished this book at 21 hours and 26 minutes and 29 seconds. So I want to say it took about 3.5 hours for me to finish this book. My math ain't mathing, but I think it's about 3.5 hours. I don't do math, guys. But I think 4 stars. I think this is definitely set up for a really good show on the road, and this 24 hours definitely kicked off right. So Chain of Heart by Bailey Hannah will be a 4-star from me. And I think I'm going to go and pick my next book. I'm going to get comfy, I'm going to get cozy, and I think we're just going to crack on with it. Good morning, guys. It is currently Tuesday, and you're probably wondering, Rihanna, where was the rest of the video footage of yesterday's reading, because it wasn't that late when we filmed. And I started reading on my Kindle. I started reading A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly, but I actually didn't film anything because I was trying to sort a couple of issues with editing and filming out yesterday and things like that, so I didn't actually film anything. And then I did start The Couple at Number 9 by Claire Douglas on audiobook, so I think I read a couple of chapters. But currently on our timer we have 18 hours and 44 minutes left, and we have a good old amount of time to get going. So I think I'm just going to get straight into it today. I think I'm just going to get straight into reading. It's just gone 9 o'clock now, so we have until about 1:30, quarter past one. So yeah, we have until 1:15. I need to take Matt's car to the MOT today because it's due today. So we're taking his car to the MOT, and then I also am going to go and see Dad. I'm going to do a bit of editing. I have quite a few things that I need to do for YouTube, so I need to edit a couple of things. And edit this current video and another video that I'm currently doing as well. And then I'm going to come home and I'm just going to sit and read until I can't read no more. I need to get this timer down massively, guys. So yeah, I'm hoping to try and crack out a good amount of hours, I think. But that is all for an update now. We're going to continue reading The Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophia Germain. And I think that's it. So I will update you once I get further into the book. And so, guys, I have just finished A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophie Saint Germain, and honestly, I literally could not. That ending, honestly, that cliffhanger, it's torn me apart. I can't cope. But we are currently on 16 hours and 33 minutes left of our timer, and it is currently 11:25. So I think I'm going to listen to my audiobook so that I can continue getting that timer down. I'm currently listening to A Couplet Number 9 by Claire Douglas. So it is a mystery, it's a thriller, and my mum recommended me to read this book, so I have the physical upstairs, but while I'm trying to get some lunch made, I think an audiobook would be better. So I think I'm gonna finish that audiobook and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna read. I have about just under 2 hours before I need to pop out to take Matt's car to the MOT. So I think we can get a good chunk of reading done. I think I'm just going to maybe audiobook it all the way up until I need to leave, just because I also need to import some pitch editing onto my MacBook, and I just have a couple of editing bits that I need to get sorted. So I think I'm going to make myself some food. I'm gonna edit some of my video maybe, and just sit and audiobook A Couplet Number 9. But I will keep you updated on what I'm going to do next anyway, so don't worry, guys. But I think for the moment I'm just going to make some lunch and then I will be back. So it's currently 10 to 8 and I am 12 hours and 15 minutes in. I don't know if you guys can see. And this afternoon, I obviously went and took Matt's car for an MOT and things like that. And I just spent some time. I've done a bit of editing and I was just reading my audiobook, which if I haven't said, I think I would have said by now, but it is The Couplet Number 9 by Claire Douglas. That's my audiobook at the moment, and I'm really enjoying that at the moment. So I've been doing that while I was doing editing. I wasn't going to show you editing in my video because you would have just seen my laptop, as I don't really want to share kind of the stuff that I've got planned for you guys. And then I've also, while I've been on and off editing, I've also started Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is the third book in the Addicted series. So I've been really enjoying that book at the moment, and I'm about 197 pages in, so I'm about 37% the way through. I've just got into part 2 and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I think for the rest of the evening I'm just going to read my book. If I have any more updates, I probably will, but we've got 12 hours and 15 minutes. I'm probably going to read for another 2 or 3 hours at a push, so I'm probably going to try and get that read, and then I will probably most likely update you in the morning. But that's all I've got for you now, so I don't think I will do any more audiobooking or anything like that. I think I'm just going to solely focus on getting this book done. But I will give you all an update in the morning. You will see some B-rolls of me reading, but I don't think I will give you a verbal update until tomorrow morning. So I think that's all I've got. So let's get back to reading. Good morning, guys. It is a Wednesday morning and we are on day 3 of our challenge today, being the 24-hour readathon, and I thought I would give you a mini update. Now, this morning I read so much. I just woke up at 7:15. I was like, I'm just going to sit, I'm just going to read in my bed. So I didn't film any B-roll of me just reading in bed. I think I just wanted to be at one with my book and just literally love the fact of me reading my book, which was really nice. So, an update. We finished the clock yesterday at 10 hours and 35 minutes, and we are currently on 7 hours and 27 minutes. So we'll talk about my Kindle read first. So I finished Addicted for Now, by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and I rated that 4-star. I absolutely love that book. It's definitely picking up for me. It's definitely gaining some sort of, I'm sinking into the novel and the book and the series more and more as I read it. So I definitely think that this is going to be one of the series that I do end up finishing this year. And then I started the Baby Dragon bookshop by is this series by A.T. Kureshi, I think that's how you say it, but it's the Baby Dragon series. This is the 3rd book. It came out and it was on Kids Unlimited. So I'm on chapter 20, page 199, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm 58% the way through the book. So I read that, and then I started my audiobook. I want to say I only read a couple of chapters on my audiobook. So let me just grab my audiobook up very quickly. So I'm listening to the couplet number, knocked myself out with it. I'm listening to the couplet number 9 by Claire Douglas, and I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on the 9th chapter that I would have read this morning, and I was just getting ready. I was just getting dressed. I was doing my skincare, brushing my teeth, everything like that. I was just kind of chilling, and I feel like it's going to be a good day. I do have a couple of errands to run, so I feel like we will solely be relying quite a lot on the audiobook. I need to go to the bank. I need to go out. I need to do a couple of errands and bits and bobby bits. I need to sort some stuff out. So I feel like we're going to get started. It is sunny. The sun is coming through. So it always looks like a good sign. But yeah, I think today will be a lot of relying on the audiobook. I have also got to drop my car off tonight for a service. So I've got quite a lot of things that I need to get done today. But we will hopefully finish this 24-hour readathon today, because I definitely am ready to finish this challenge. I feel very, very tired, and although I've been kind of going at my own pace, I don't know whether consuming so much content and reading is what's made me a little bit tired. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's hormonal or whether it is this readathon that's making me really tired, but we're going to get through to it, and we're just going to get on with it, and hopefully it'll be our last day. But I will get into reading. I think that's all we're going to do, is get into reading. So it's a little while later, and I have just finished the Dragon bookshop, the Baby Dragon bookshop, and oh, it was so good, guys. I absolutely lie. I just love that series. Like, it's such a cute little series. So that's finished, and we've got about 5 hours and 50 minutes on the timer. So it's currently just gone 12:30. So we've got quite a while to go. And I'm going to start Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I'm very excited for this chunker. So this is probably going to be the last book that I'm going to get done. So I was hoping to finish the audiobook, but I don't really think I'm going to have time to finish an audiobook. But I'm going to audiobook in the car because I do have to drop my car off later to get a service. I think I mentioned this morning. So I will put it on in the car. But I don't think I'm going to get round to finishing the audiobook. I think I've still got so much more to go. And guys, my house is stone cold. I'm literally freezing. I've literally got like a blanket on and everything. And I'm just so cold. I think I'm going to have to like double up in a blanket. I should probably put a jumper on as well, not going to lie. But anyway, enough of the rambling. So I'm going to start Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I don't really know anything about this. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't really know anything about it. But I think I'm just gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna get on. But I thought I would just let you actually know what I rated the Baby Dragon book cafe shop thing. I can't remember what it's called. But I'm going to rate it a 3.5 star to a 4 star. It'll either be a 3.5 or a 4 star. I will let everyone know my thoughts and opinions at the end when I go through all of the books that I have read. But I think it is probably going to be more of a 3.5 star. I loved the book, don't get me wrong, but they're very cute, subtle romances. So we're going to start Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. We're going to get comfy. I'm probably going to grab another blanket and I'm just going to get warm, toasty, and I'm just going to read my book until I need to drop my car off I need to leave my house at 3:45. So it's currently 25 to 1 now. So 25 to 2, 25 to 3, 25 to 4. So we've got about 3 hours of reading that we can get done. So I think that'll be good. So that would leave us with 2 hours and 50 minutes. So we are definitely going to complete this today. I'm 100% sure, but I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to get on with reading the book, and I will give you an update when I've got some way through Bury Our Bones. And that is the wrap of this video. So we have done 24 hours on the clock, guys. I cannot believe that we have completely sailed through and done it. So I thought I would just give you a bit of a wrap up on all the books I read, what books I kind of didn't finish and things like that. And I thought I would just give you a little information. So the first book that we read in this readathon was Chain of Heart by Bailey Hannah, and I rate this a 4-star. I thoroughly enjoyed it. 4.5 star, I want to say. Thoroughly enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed quite a lot of the representation out of it. I think when you look at the bigger picture, the Alzheimer's reflection in the book was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed the representation of that, and not the fact that we were just solely focused on one particular person. We were looking at the whole picture. I think the book was very good, but this does come with trigger warning, so I suggest you guys check. Then the next couple of books that we read were on my Kindle. So we read A Tongue So Deadly and Sweet, which I'll pop up here. We read Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which I'll pop up here. And then we also read The Baby Dragon Bookshop, and I'll also pop that there. So the first one being A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly, was a 4.5 star. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Then Addicted for Now was a 3.5, and then Addicted for Now was a 4, and then The Baby Dragon Bookshop was a 3.5. And then I also read the couplet number 9. I got about 58% the way through that, and I was audiobooking that. And then we also started Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by B.E. Schwab, and when the timer stopped, I got to page 410 out of like 520, so I got quite the way through this book. I am loving this book, guys, at the moment. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm also thoroughly enjoying the couplet number 9. Loving the plot twists and thickening, the turns and everything. I really enjoyed both of those books. So if you want more of an update of my thoughts and feelings, I am also filming a Can I Finish My Feb TBR, and most of these books were on there, so you'll see all my thoughts and feelings in that. And then I'm also planning on doing a February and March wrap up, so you'll also see my opinions and my feelings and everything on these books then. But that is all for now, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.